Mondstadt has so many windmills, doesn't it?
I've heard that if you give tavern owners a considerable tip, they'll be willing to share some information on the download.
Cider Lake never freezes, no matter what time of year it is. The best apple ciders in Mondstadt can only be made using the fresh water from this lake. It really does taste great. Paimon could drink 2 big bottles in a second.
Wow. About those books in the restricted section that Lisa mentioned.
Paimon finds that hard work hardly works here.
Sure would be nice to spend a night at the Goth Grand Hotel. Everyone says that Mondstadt is the land of the wind. But I wonder which direction the seasonal winds come from.
Why don't we ask Venti?
He'll probably just dodge the question with a heh or something.
True. The animal art.
So here in Mondstadt, alchemy is practiced out on the streets?
Is that so strange?
In many of the worlds I've been to in the past, alchemy has always been a secretive art. Watching alchemy being practiced as a part of daily life is like being in a world where people all have 3 stomachs.
Paimon thinks only having 1 stomach is weird.
Are you serious?
What do you think?
Tevat's day and night both seem particularly short. The skies here are full of stars. On the way back to Mondstadt after rescuing Dvalin, we finally got to see one of the 7 Archons.
Mondstadt is full of wide plains and rolling hills. Paimon's heard that couplets are a traditional art form in Liyue. If you can write a line that... There's a saying of Rex Lapis, walk in 7 clockwise circles, then walk in 7...
Lately, some ughhh clan disciples have been retelling an ancient story.
The ughhh clan, huh? Did you know the reeds in Dihua Marsh are... Paimon's heard that in Liyue, people call the crane the gentleman bird.
And do you know why that is? Rumor has it that Jueyun Karst is the abode of the Adepti.
Wow! The abode of the...
To think that the Geo Archon had signed a contract with the Cryo Archon. I wonder what the contents of their agreement were.
Paimon doesn't care who you are. Well, come to think of it, while Rex Lapis enjoys visiting his people in private, he only descends officially. If you want to adventure together with Benny's adventure team, you have to come prepared. Domains are very dangerous, so you should always take care to double and triple check your supplies in advance. Paimon's heard that the Adventurers Guild has compiled a list of 463 different ways of dying in these domains. If Bennett got you killed by accident, Paimon and Bennett would never forgive ourselves.
Why am I the only one dying here?
Well, that's because according to the numbers, Paimon can avoid 322 causes of death just by floating.
I suddenly don't feel like exploring these domains. I've heard that Albert, being the leader of Barbara's fan club, sometimes gets bumps and bruises on purpose so that he can go to the cathedral to see her.
Barbara's really popular, isn't she?
Well, she is the idol of the people of Mondstadt.
Come to think of it, Paimon doesn't really know what an idol is.
It's an occupation in which one's work is to be cute, be well-loved, and earn a boatload of mora.
Isn't that the same thing as being a mascot?
That's one way to put it. Lisa and Amber feel a bit like sisters.
Huh? Why's that?
Amber often runs errands for Lisa. Older siblings asking their younger siblings to do things for them so they can slack off is a rather common practice. But my brother and I are the same age, so we had to decide these things via rock, paper, scissors.
Whoa! So doesn't that make you my younger sister?
What do you mean?
Well, since Paimon floats, you're the only one who can run any errands.
Seriously? Paimon, have you ever seen what Kaya looks like under that eye patch?
Nope.
So it would seem that he never takes it off.
strange.
What's wrong?
Diluc and Kaya are real.
If one hilly churl could beat, say, 3 wild boars, then how many hilly churls would it take to reach the fight?
You know what a brush is, right?
Of course. Kinda like pens, but with animal hair at one end for calligraphy, right?
That's correct. They say that finally made Klee's a really interesting kid. It's time for Paimon's little life tip. Fischl makes a very unique impression, doesn't she?
How so?
Well, she travels together with a talking raven for starters.
Well, speaking of Fischl, she also claims to be a visitor from another world. We're similar in that way.
How do you become as popular and cool as Captain Beto?
With enough experience?
How does a person become as rich, no, as super rich as Lady Ningguang?
Is that the only impression she gives you? Riches?
Do you think that Chi-Chi needs to drink blood?
That's not a zombie, Paimon. That's a vampire.
Then, will she transform during a full moon? Come on! Paimon will teach you how to fly! 3, 2, 1!
Ah, Paimon's gone. Well, whatever. I'm tired. Let's just sit here for a bit. I'm flying with you in my heart.
What sort of slime do you like the most?
Cryo slimes, I think. Do you think that we're too harsh on the hilly churls? The sleeper tribe. The hilly churls, the meaty tribe, huh? The eclipse tribe.
Paimon doesn't feel so good. Wow, we've really had a lot of good food recently, haven't we? Which do you like more, cats or dogs?
I prefer Paimon.
Aw, that's cheating. Wait, no, Paimon's not a pet. People say that if you put a star conch close to your ear, you can hear the whispers of the ocean.
Do you want to give it a go, Paimon?
No need. We should get something tasty to eat. But Paimon doesn't want to have to go get it.
Shall we decide with a game of rock, paper, scissors then?
Ooh, okay.
Great. All right, ready? Rock, paper...
Super Paimon Tornado!
What?
Paimon's been working so hard recently. Any ideas on how to relax?
Sleeping?
Sleeping's boring.
Reading?
Paimon will get dizzy.
Okay. Having a chat with some friends?
But those are all things that require thinking. And not thinking is more relaxing.
And thus, the Paimon paradox, famed in the histories of philosophy in Tibet, was put forth. Liyue's cuisine is very different from that of Mondstadt. For example...
Wow! A weasel thief's backpack can really hide a lot of mora.
Well, it's because weasels by nature... Paimon, have you ever read Vera's Melancholy before?
Well, it sure sounds familiar.
That book's pretty popular, and I've heard that the author made a tidy sum off of it.
Have you ever had one of those super scary nightmares?
I wonder where those treasure-chasing Seelie come from.
Maybe they grow out of the ground. Or maybe they fall from trees. Well, Paimon doesn't know where they come from, but where there are Seelie, treasure's not far away.
Still... Why do I feel a certain sadness every time they touch those treasures?
Has anyone left a big impression on you during our recent travels? For Paimon, that's Sarah.
Timmy.
Huh? Why him?
His face comes to mind every time I've eaten a sweet madame recently. Really makes it hard to chow down.
You learn new things so quickly. You've already got such a good grasp of Teyvat's language.
You're a good teacher, Paimon. Who knows? Maybe the quality of your nasty nicknames will improve someday. What monster made the deepest impression on you?
Monsters, huh? Probably ruin guards.
Does a ruin guard really count as a monster? It's more like a machine.
Paimon thinks that you can call anything that causes us trouble and needs to be defeated a monster. Just like how we call anything that can be hunted prey.
Is that so? Well then, I think I'm finally able to classify you now, Paimon.
Huh? What do you mean?
You can be hooked and reeled in. Therefore, you're a fish.
Hey, do that again! You know, that thing!
Which one?
The one where you make your weapon. What do you think of treasure chests? Hey, do that again! You know, that thing!
Which one?
The one where you make your weapon disappear with a swish, and then whoosh! You make it appear behind your back again.
Oh, that. Haven't you seen that a ton already?
What do you think of treasure chests?
I believe that they were left.
Look into Paimon's eyes.
Something the matter?
Kaya said that people's eyes will betray them. He can tell if someone is telling the truth or not just by looking into their eyes.
Huh.
Paimon loves fisherman's toast.
That should be the truth. Well, that's also because you love everything that can be eaten. Speaking of looking...
Paimon's so bored. So tired.
Well, since we're...
Paimon's so bored. So tired.
Well, since we're bored either way, wanna imitate the other knights for fun?
Huh? Isn't that a bit disrespectful?
Haha, I see you already have the knightly virtue of modesty and politeness. Very impressive.
Hey, Paimon sees what you're doing. Cut it out.
Huh?
It's hard to talk about the recent events. Only the ones who have the will to fight back are allowed into the resistance. Huh. Kamui Cannon? Kamui Juicy Cannon? Kamui Jimmy Cannon? Ugh. What a mouthful.
What are you reading,
You know what? When we first arrived at the Komori tea house, Paimon really thought that Tarumaru would be able to speak.
You sound a bit disappointed.
Of course! If Tarumaru could speak, Paimon feels that he'd say something really interesting.
For example?
Toma! Stop hiding around here! You're in my way! Woof!
That makes sense. What are you mulling over, Paimon?
Do you remember Goro? It's amazing that...
What are you mulling over, Paimon?
Do you remember Goro's fluffy ears? Paimon really wants something like that. Oh! Or maybe horns similar to the ones Ganyu has! Ganyu's horns are pretty cute as well. Do you have any ideas?
Let me see. Oh! I found something!
Really? Aw, Paimon always knew you were reliable.
Ta-da! I present to you the tusk of Monoceros Chaly.
Paimon doesn't need that. If Paimon can't have Goro's fluffy ears, then maybe at least something like his fluffy tail.
Bum-ba-da-da! Here you go. Tail of Boreas.
Not that! Also, combining those two is definitely not the look Paimon is going for. Even though knockoweed has a flower-like structure, its petals are in fact leaves. Its actual bloom is rather fragile, so the surrounding leaves try their hardest to grow strong and protect it. Just like Paimon is protecting you right now.
Just like you? Oh, is knockoweed edible too?
Yeah, that's right. Wait, what are you trying to say? Have you noticed? In Inazuma, people who wear swords on their waists are a minority. Most soldiers use spears. Could it be that swords are a symbol of status? Should we wear them as well? Did you know there are hot springs in Inazuma?
But there are no volcanoes.
Paimon heard that the heat comes from a giant furnace. If we get the chance, Paimon also wants to check out a hot spring. Unfortunately, it seems like only the big shots are granted entry.
Let's head back to the Dadaupa Gorge in Mondstadt.
Huh? Why so sudden?
Back in the Dadaupa Gorge, the hilly churls have a huge cauldron that's heated by flaming flowers. It should be similar to a hot spring, right? You can bathe in their... soup, I guess.
Okura Mio says that she hardly has any fancy kimonos in stock these days. So chances are that you won't be able to buy one, even if you can afford it. It's a real tragedy. Paimon wants to look glamorous too.
But the Sakoku decree's been abolished. She should be able to import silk from Liyue now.
You're right! Great! So there's hope for Paimon's kimono dream after all! Just imagine it. Paimon emerges from Ogura's shop wearing a custom-made, pure silk, one-of-a-kind kimono. Total transformation! This Paimon's going places! No longer free knowledge without having to study at all? Kids' knowledge is... Sumpter beasts are adorable. Paimon likes how the people who keep them give them each a special name based on their most distinctive traits.
For all we know, the Sumpter beasts might be giving each of us a name in return. Maybe that's how they respond when we call their name.
Really? So what kind of name do you think they'd give us?
Moo moo moo.
How is anyone supposed to understand that?
A rough translation would be Vociferous pestiferous molliculus niveus microbipedal. That's the scientific name, of course.
Oh? What would the common name be then?
Noisy two-legged critter.
Hey! Why keep only the negative traits? It's not only Sumeru locals at the academia, huh? There are students from other nations too. Imagine leaving your hometown behind and traveling to a faraway and unfamiliar land in the pursuit of learning.
Ha! Ha! Windblade! Windblade! Ha! 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 Drop! Drop! Starfall! Starfall! Ha! Take this! Lightning slash! Ha! Scatter! Propagate! Yeah! Be gone! Prepare to be blown away! Ha! Shake! Crumble apart! Ha! Thunderclap! Bellowing thunder! Sa! Germinate! Spring forth! Is this an answer from this world? A reward on the road? I'll keep this close. Let me take over. Look out! This is not the end. Maybe I wasn't meant for this world. Rainblade! Ha! Drop! Starfall! Ha! Take this! Lightning Slash! Ha! Scatter! Propagate! Hyah! Be gone! Prepare to be blown away! Ha! Shake! Crumble apart! Ha! Thunderclap! Bellowing thunder! Sa! Germinate! Spring forth! Is this an answer from this world? A reward on the road? I'll keep this close. Let me take over. Look out! This is not the end. Maybe I wasn't meant for this world. Just what will we come across this time? This world is full of unsolved mysteries. There's still a long road ahead.
You're mine! Ha! Tidal wave! Bring it on! Who's next? Riptide! You can run, but you can't hide! Shouldn't let your guard down. Brace yourself! This is gonna hurt! No time to lose. I could get used to this. Alright, now we're talking! Not bad. Not bad at all. Now I just need to get my hands on the rest. This is getting interesting. You're pretty good. Death looms. My time to shine. What's the matter? Out of practice? Step aside. It's my turn. How? I had only just... Drat! I'm quite impressed. Yeah, amateur mistake. Need to end a few enemies? Keep your eyes wide open. Come on, don't keep me waiting. I'm number 11 of the Fatui. You know, there are better ways to seek out our enemies than, well, standing here. This place is pretty dead. By which I mean, there's nothing to kill. I wonder what the rest of the Harbingers are up to. Plotting and scheming on an ever grander scale, no doubt. Where I'm from, if we didn't keep moving, we'd freeze to death. Literally. Ah, perfect weather for fishing. The sound of the rain scares them away, but one... could it be snowing in Snezhnaya too? The world looks glorious and the wind is picking up. Just look at that wind blow. The wind permeates all... Morning, comrade. You're raring to go today, I see. You look well. What's your secret? Care to exchange notes? Oh, dinner was quite the feast. Today was great. A warrior must always be ready. I'm sure the Harbingers must know of my dealings with you by now. Oh, I'd love to see the look on their faces. I am the least adept with a bow. You wield such powers without owning a vision. I really am excited to see what you have in store for us. Let's see how far you can go. Just don't go dying on me before you lay it all on the line. Comrade, how would you like to join the Fatui? Actually, scrap that. With your capabilities, you and I could go head-to-head with the... If it makes me stronger, I'll take it. The skeletal white snowscape. I once ventured deep into the abyss and came face-to-face with an enormous beast. It's been years since I last saw... There's far more to that man than meets the eye. Tell me, how has Mr. Zhongli been lately? Not bad, you say. Seems he's had no problem acclimating to mortal life. He sure had me fooled. Such a fiasco mustn't be so easily forgiven. The only way to reconciliation is fierce combat. What do you mean I'm no match for him? Her Royal Highness, the Tsaritsa, is actually a... Varka. Just the thought of one day going head-to-head with him. He was the first ever Fatui Harbinger, and today he's our leader. I've seen him in battle before, and oh, what a sight. I heard that he took segments of himself at different ages, made prostheses out of them, and assigned different tasks to each one. I know, all my comrades are a little weird. Well, come to think of it, if I met another version of myself, we'd have to fight then and there to decide which one of us gets to survive. The Fatui Harbingers are ranked by strength, and I have no idea why that girl is. Look, I've got nothing against people who have their own agendas. I don't know what his motivations could be. She always seems engrossed in her research. Oh, now that guy has a head full of grandiose plans fueled by raw ambition. I don't understand a word he says once he starts talking about his theories. But as long as he keeps our cash reserve stocked up, I'm not complaining. I never got along with her, you know that. I guess there's not much more worth saying about her at this point. When you're a Harbinger, you have to accept that death could come at any time. But don't worry about me. No matter what happens, I'll do whatever it takes to keep myself alive. After he took the Gnosis, we lost all contact with him. Now comes the task of trying to hunt it down and get it back. I actually don't mind it. It means I get to travel all over. Wonder if I'll run into you somewhere along the way. Remember, comrade, one day I will conquer the world. Face me in person, man to man, and I'll always have a chance of beating you. Same, however far away my motherland may be, we all live under the same sky. Comrade, a word of advice. Don't go yelling stupid things in the heat of battle. They might sound— how time flies. One day you will see how I conquer the world and crush the thrones of gods beneath my heel. In the meantime, no dying, comrade. Keep yourself alive. Ice fishing and combat follow the same principle. My pet peeves. Well, to be honest, I'm far too busy There's plenty of delicious food to sink your— Food is like weaponry. Eating delicious food really has a way of taking all your cares away. Your cooking skills seem to have improved quite a lot. Does that mean you're getting stronger all the— I'll admit the taste surprises me a little. Okay, I'll try one more bite. Happy birthday, comrade. Anyone— Oh, I feel like I've gotten stronger. Now who shall I use as my guinea pig? A warrior's strength is like a dome. The bigger the dome, the more opponents he can challenge inside it. Bravo, comrade! Thanks to your help.
Right here. Right now. Emerge. Come on out. Show them. I'm always watching. Nothing lasts forever. A sight to behold. Well, what do we have here? Don't tell me that's everything. Go on. Open it up. Show me what's inside. That's quite enough. Ugh, no more games. Now you've got my attention. My, you're cutting it close. I shall handle this. The fun is over. What a dreadful ending. So much for eternity. Is that all? What a nuisance. Whatever would you do without me? All right, amuse me. Well, since you asked so nicely, I am the Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine. Traveling to other worlds. Most humans could have the— Personally, I think the idea of things staying the same forever is quite beautiful. But alas, that is simply not— If this rain keeps up, many people dread the sound. I always see these nonsense— Morning. You look awfully drowsy. Didn't you sleep well? Come on then, what is it? What mischief were you— what a headache. The moon is simply magnificent. I suppose I should get some sleep. I must say, eternity means never having to let go of what you all— Humans are just fascinating creatures. That's why I'm so fond of— Boring. Utterly boring. Ugh, what could have possibly persuaded these people to become authors? Sealing yourself away from the rest of the world may only serve to accelerate the effects of— You're saying you like how I wear my vision? You certainly have an eye for a priceless treasure. Heat oil on a medium-high flame in a pot. Though I occasionally get a little weary of the sight of it, locking herself away in the plane of euthymia when she clearly wants to be out. It's just willful self-torture, really. On the other hand, it's also rather stubborn but cute, don't you think? The Yashiro rascal. He's always been an unpredictable one, even as a child. I'm very fond indeed of the Yashiro commission girl. She had not the sharpest Tengu in the forest. She certainly didn't inherit the brilliant mind of Daddy Tengu, that's for sure. How shall I put this? I suppose being Naganohara fireworks are well worth the wait. Now that you mention it, these divine priestesses seem to be getting cuter every generation. I wonder how she looks performing the dance of divine peace. Perhaps even little schools of fish swish around her while she spins. If she's ever looking for a more experienced head shrine maiden to learn from, I'd be quite happy to share a few tips with her. As long as she asked me nicely, of course. I thought it was a disaster waiting to happen at the time, but she insisted that she wasn't going to lift a finger against the object of her own creation. Had I known how things would unfold, I would have simply disposed of it without her knowing. What about now? Well, we're no longer waiting for the oddball Oni. I hear that he's been quite a pain for the Kujo clan. The Tenryo Commission wanted to remove his messages on the bulletin board, claiming that they were harmful to public order. I made quite sure they stayed put. He certainly has a beautiful tail, although mine's a little softer. Ah, yes, the little ninja child. I've heard a lot about Miyuki's little sister. Quite the Oh, you'd like to know more about me? I'm willing to tell, but what will I gain in exchange, It has to be a fair trade. So you tell me all about you, and I'll tell you all about me. Deal? Kitsune Saigu said that she was going off on a long trip. I decided to found Yae Public, even supernatural beings, though I'm an avid reader of novels written by others. My favorite pastime is reading other people's stories. My second favorite is watching other people squirm. If I could find a way to combine the two... Oh, that would be entertainment in its purest form. Peace and tranquility seems to be all the rage nowadays, but it gets dreadfully boring after a while. Have you ever heard of a dish called kitsune udon? Anything that has been pickled, my. You really know what appeals to my tastes, don't you? Since you've made it yourself, I guess having a little taste is the least I can do. How should I put this? There's so much room for so today is your... When training to become a shrine maiden, the training required to become a Guj... Attaining the rank of Meika. Throughout history, only the Guj...
Ha! Chi! Sa! Time to go! Cross over! Pyre, pants on fire! Huh? Go! Phew! With the wind. Jackpot. Oh, what a cute treasure coffin. If we bury it, maybe it'll spring back to life. Ayaya! This isn't good. Take it easy. Let me have a go. Is it my time? I'll remember that. Quit it! Oh, is it time for me to join you? Good eye. Send one, send 'em all. Yeah? Now just why might you be looking for me, Oh, you wanna come over for tea? 1 client, 2 clients, 3 clients. When the sun's out, bathe in sunlight. What a bummer. Lightning! Oh, let's bolt! Snow! What a nice breeze. My hat's gonna get blown away. Well are those who rise in the early morn. Yo! Afternoon!
Had lunch? Moon's out, and so am I. Oh, you sleepy? Get some rest. Who as in, who put me in this coffin? And Tao as in, I can't get tout. No, not funny. Let me show you some fire tricks. First, fire. And then, whoosh, fire butterfly. Be free. You've been all over, so you must run around all you like during the day. Oh, need a hand, need a hand? Well, I'm here. If you need some assistance, I'm here to give it my all to the very end. Oh, fighting's a pain. For me, it's not vision. We are entrusted by the people. Some plants only grow in glue. Zhongli looks young, but his personality... Have you seen Chi-Chi? Tell me where she is quickly. I need to go seal her away. Baiju. Ugh, that guy. Tianchun Ningguang. Beidou is well known in Liyue. I hear Master Xingqiu is right. All yang and no yin? What would I know of the Adepti? Ay, that kind of stuff is top secret. The Yuheng Kuching. Xiangling's a riot. Only a little boo, and she jumps. She's so easy to scare. Yunjin always appears so graceful on formal occasions, but she is quite the fascinating individual. Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl, frilly churl, willy churl, frilly willy, hilly churl. Versemonger of the darkest alleys. That's me. If you ask me, there's nothing hard or... I'm Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's 77th funeral director. Balance must be maintained, and yet destinies remain a bright moon aloft amid... I gotta find something fun to do. Sitting around doing nothing is a fate worse than death. La 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 la. Steamed fish with a side of prawn dumplings. Qingshin slime cond... Splendid, splendid! Now allow me to compose a poem in loving memory of this dish. Sure you don't want my help? Come on, it's a great deal. Ugh, I declare this dish dead. Rest in peace. Tonight the stars are dazzling and the... Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Yeah, this is good. Thanks. I never imagined that if I reach my full physical...
Back off! Incoming. Speed of light. Don't blink. Huh. Hey! Huh? Nowhere to hide. With sword comes shadow. Cut to the chase. You give, you receive. Not bad, as far as treasure is concerned. That's everything. On to the next. One step back, two forward. Stronger than I thought. Change of plan. Take 5. I'll take over. Watch yourself. Right idea. Wrong time. I will not go quietly. Let down. I'll be fine. Got lucky that time. Let's go. Time is against us. Something's come up? Let's finish this quickly. I am Kuching. Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go. I'm all for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it. In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there. Quite a downpour. Nothing will get done, and thunder and lightning can... Don't worry. The sun is out. Our work's done for the day. Shall we take a stroll? Morning. Time to set the tone for the rest of the day. I'm not in the habit of napping at noon. The lights are coming on now that the night is setting in. Another delightful day draws to a close. Sleep well. Me? I still have a handful of things on my to-do list,
but I'll call it if you feel strongly about something. My role is to manage real estate and construction. What do you think has kept Liyuet going over the last millennium? After I took on the management of you know why I like you? It's because you don't believe something just because it was said by a god. It's not difficult, you'll see. Just give it a try. What if I used to be so naive. If a vision means the approval of the gods, I used to be so naive. I genuinely believed I was on par with Rex Lapis. Seems I really overestimated myself. Yes, you're right. I have plenty of self-confidence in other areas, so why not in this? I can catch up with him. I will catch up with him. I just need to keep my chin up, keep trying, and keep learning. If a vision means the approval of the god— Oh, so Rex Lapis wanted me to have power beyond the average mortals, in addition to my work with the Liyue Qixing. What do you mean, Geo-Archon paraphernalia? You're not suggesting my bedroom is full of that stuff, surely? I'm not a child anymore. Although— okay, I did buy a couple of Rex Lapis figurines recently, but they're just to keep me on the straight and narrow. Look, just because I own an idol or two does not mean I idolize him, okay? I once heard a Mondstadt fable about courage being what it takes for the gentleman from the Wangsheng. That captain is always we do work together, since Rex Lapis left. Having said that, you know what? I think her music rocks. Too noisy by traditional standards for sure, but I don't care. Good music is good music, and good music should reach the widest possible audience. Everyone has faith in Dr. Yeah, the up-and-coming chef from Wanmin Restaurant. I've heard his story. He was born into a I feel like now that we live in the age of mankind's— who knows what Rex Lapis must have done to inspire— I find myself getting a second opinion from her a lot these days. Lots of when you're passing by Huyu Tea House and have to squeeze your way through the biggest crowd since Rex Lapis left us. The question of Liyue's future has been on my mind. The way I see it, the law is a summary of things done the right way in the past. Miss Yelan's ancestors used to serve the Qixing. You want to know more about me? Sure. Let's start with the principles that are central to the role of ughhh. Once you've memorized, nothing exists independently. And there's never mince your words with me, okay? We've been on our fair share of adventures together, haven't we? The more time we spend together, the more I think that you're the person of my dreams and— Huh? Why so shocked? You're a crucial part of my dreams for the new Liyue. The time has come for humanity to make that indulgent feeling of being spoilt for choice between countless different varieties. That to me is the appeal of shopping. It's great that the quality of life in Liyue is improving. It makes no logical sense to be greedy with food. Everything has a certain way it should taste. Yep, that's right. My favorite. The taste is fairly standard, but I can see you worked hard at it. It, seems quite a ways off from how it's supposed to taste. Happy birthday! I've got a when your heart is set on something, you get closer to your goal with each pass. Great! Having another trick up my sleeve gives me more flexibility in rapidly changing circumstances. Yesterday's experiences make me stronger today. And most of those experiences are ones that I share with you. I feel I have grown immensely from my travels with you.
Ha! Wind Strider! Into the wind! The wind knows me. One with nature. Clouds hide, the birds call! As one with wind and cloud! Fallen leaves adorn my night! Time to go. I follow the wind. Brings a smile to my face. A fateful offering. Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering? Ha! Not bad. I must remain calm. Stay focused. My turn to aid you. I've got your back. So many regrets. Never again. This is the end. It's fine. That hurt. Want me to come along? All right, let's head off. Sounds good to me. Come driving rain. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade. It is the last link I have to the land of my birth. Taking a stroll in the middle of a downpour certainly rouses the... Compared to the storms I've encountered out at sea, I love it when it snows. The world falls completely silent, and I can sleep undisturbed. Clear weather all around brightens the heart. The bird song at daybreak is nature's gift to us. Let us go. Our journey begins anew. The midday sun has a way of making one yearn for a moment of sleep. I gaze up at the moon and lend my ear to the gentle breeze. The wind has ceased. In truth, not every... The Kaidahara clan was once... What say you join me out at sea someday when the weather's fine? I like frank people, because we can freely speak our mind. As I see it, a vision... Ah, you'd like to learn the art of the sword. Let me see. All right. On this mountain path where the red leaves lifeless lie, farewell, dear gulls. Please, I obeyed my life. She took me when I was a wanted man. She defeated my friend in a duel before the I see. So she does have her own ideals that she's fighting for. But I've asked myself this question many times since leaving. I'm sure everyone living in Inazuma has heard of the Shirasagi Himegimi. The lady of the Kamisato clan is as perfect as a person can be, though our paths have seldom crossed. I wonder what she thinks of the state of Inazuma today. The last time she commissioned Captain Beidou to ship fireworks to Liyue, I unloaded during my time with the Resistance. The last time she commissioned Captain Beidou to ship fireworks to Liyue, I unloaded the shipment myself. They were so heavy. I doubt that anyone besides her could make such huge fireworks. During my time with the... Don't be deceived by his happy-go-lucky disposition. As soon as he gets working on a case, that restless energy he carries around... You'd like to know more about me, you say? Well, as you see, I am but a wandering samurai that you could have run into just about anywhere. I have a very keen sense of hearing. My ears pick up all sorts of sounds. The wind through the mountain passes. I used to love the rain when I was small. The sound of it would lull me into a peaceful sleep. I never stay in a single place for very long. Stagnancy, don't worry. Even if the day comes for us to go our separate ways, I am certain that we will meet again, in some corner of the world. The fate that brings people together is not a cord so easily cut. I like falling asleep on a warm rock that's been soaking in the mid-afternoon sun. Then the sounds of nature turn into a clamor. The most easily obtainable food. I am not particularly fond of food that's thrown together in a hurry without much. That you can make fish taste as delicious as this is proof of your outstanding culinary prowess. Your cooking not only fills the stomach, it also soothes my soul. Perhaps you should get some rest? A weary mind is a recipe for flavorless food. I heard it was your birthday, so I wrote a haiku for you. Unfortunately, my blade grows keener. The sound of snow as it lands on the ground is so faint as to be practically non-existent. The waves rise high out in the open seas. I, too, must reach new heights of strength. As one travels the world,
That was a refreshing sleep. Sure, I'll play you another tune, but it'll cost you an apple. Right now, I wish I was sitting at the top of a tree, looking out over a meadow, cider in hand. Come on, traveler, let's go. The world is full of lost ballads just waiting to be rediscovered. Let's go jumping in puddles and see who can make the biggest splash. It stopped raining already? A shame. I wanted to play some more. Let's wait till the snow gets heavier and have a snowball fight. That was a refreshing sleep. The wind has returned. Quick, let's go gliding. Let's wait till the snow gets heavier and have a snowball fight. Morning. What's in store for today? My tummy is rumbling, but I can't get caught pilfering food. I'm still not sleepy. Fancy an evening stroll off to the land of Nod? Farewell, my friend. Practice? Me? There's no need. I already know every song in Teyvat. I have decided to write a song about you. Once the heroine in the song has actually rescued the prince, I will ensure this song's... An evening breeze really sets the mood for becoming my disciple. What's that? Do you think I should try harder to be a good Animo Archon? Well, you could be a better devotee too. You could be more pious, more passionate, or... You want to know about my vision? Oh, go on then. Take a look for yourself. I can make you a matching one if you like. Ula! That's how the Hilly Churls say hello. Why, I learned it to aid with my songwriting, of course. Vast knowledge makes for a traveler. Have you ever seen a Cisalia? It's a magnificent white wildflower that perfect timing, traveler. I was about to ask you, what is your greatest wish? There's never a dull moment traveling with you. The Pyro Archon is a wayward, warmongering wretch, and the Geo Archon is a brutish, blundering buffoon. How do I know? Because this is written in the epic poems of days gone by. Celestia. I'm not sure even I could fly that far. In any case, the water there tastes foul, and the fruit is bland. You know what that means. No cider! In that case, I would... My greatest wish? It has always been to roam. I like to drink, and I like the wind. If only there were such a thing as wind-brewed cider. I'm actually highly allergic to cats. I start sneezing as soon as they enter the vicinity, and... Apparently I can't even think about cats without sneezing. Do you think they're... Here, have an apple. I just picked it. Look how ripe and juicy it is. Truly the fruit of the gods. What's that tasty morsel? Quite delightful. So, I'm so full. I can't believe it, but I don't think I can stomach this. Oh boy, what a predicament. Someone once told me you're supposed... Whoa, what was that? Good work. Shall we repose for a moment with a tune? Shall it be a capriccio or a serenade? Come, sit with me. I've written a new poem. I call it Wind of the Traveler. Yahoo! Here we go. Brace yourselves. Let's play. Think you can get away? Time for takeoff. Wouldn't gliding be faster? Yahoo! Have you heard the Ballad of the Treasure Chest? Thank Barbados. Wait a minute. What a find! I wonder how many bottles this'll be worth. I'm not in the mood for this! Oh dear. That was uncalled for. Let me try. Don't give up. Let me sleep a while. Oh no, my lyre is broken. How rude. Give me a moment to compose myself. Didn't keep you waiting, did I? Ready for a rehearsal?
Allow me. Hold the line. Rest and rebuild. Covenant of the deep. Billowing surge. Torrents bring refuge. Let's move out. Breathtaking. Provisions are vital. We should make the most of these supplies. So this is the thrill of adventure. Fatigue is setting in. Time to switch tactics. Foresight brings victory. Reinforcements have arrived. Fall back. New strategy needed. A lapse in judgment. Must learn from my mistakes. A brash maneuver. Uphill battle. We'll need a strategy. Take heart. Victory will be ours. All is accounted for. Let's move out. Yaya Publishing House has released numerous works that lay out military respect must be given to the will. To survive hardship, you must prepare for hardship. I am Sangonomiya Kokomi, the divine priestess of Watatsumi Island. My journey with you will be an opportunity to unwind. To survey beyond our borders. Marching in the rain conceals the sound of our arrival. The snow. Have you ever seen such beauty? Such fortunate weather. Care for a walk? High winds. An incendiary attack would be particularly effective. Good morning. I've just read a fascinating stratagem. Would you... To improve efficiency, we must make some adjustments. Night already? Time seems to slip away when I'm with you. Good night. Garner your strength for the battles ahead. The battlefield is unpredictable. I hope we can put an end to this battle quickly. The Yaya Publishing House has just released a new volume of A Legend of Sword. I'd like nothing more than to curl up with a copy in my room and read it front to back. My mother once taught me that it takes a broad outlook. It's said that the depths of a person... In my book, visions are symbol among Yaya Publishing House's various publications. My personal favorite is the Tibet. The world below water is not bright and sunny like that of dry land. Still, whenever I lend myself to the deep, my heart gradually fills with a permeating sense of peace. Fish move in faraway shoals, jellyfish dance around me, and my troubles start to simply wash away. I could take you to see it sometime. What do you think? I simply love Watatsumi coral pearls. They're not... Goro is an exception. I have also heard of Guji Yaya's... Now that the vision hunt... Back when Beidou and I were carrying out... Kazuha once came and bunked with the resistance for it. Initially, I was astonished to see... No matter how pressing the situation may become, I must remain composed. Legend has it that our ancestors lived in a palace in the depths of the ocean, and that the god, Orobashi, brought us to... After you left, the soldiers of Swordfish 2 nominated a temporary captain. But everyone was hoping that you'd return. A long time ago, I had no... After becoming the divine priestess... What do I enjoy? Simple. I like to find a quiet place by myself and read books on strategy. The whole day, without interruption. Well, I'd be even happier if we looked over some of it together. One thing though, you'd have to sleep on the floor. To be quite honest, I'm not particularly skilled at communicating. I just love eating bird egg sushi. The ingredients are If I had to say... Yummy! This is delicious! And it seems my energy is also... never mind. I like to take my time and eat slowly. That way I can enjoy it for longer. Ugh. It seems we're at an impasse. Happy birthday! So, what are your plans for the day? Oh, why don't we celebrate on Watatsumi Island? Brute force is not my modus operandi. I'm just bubbling with energy. We'll make a formidable force in our next fight. The moon shines bright over the depths.
Shine down! There is no escape! Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion! Now you shall perish! Inazuma shines eternal! Take them. I have no need. But a momentary distraction. Transcend all constraints. Erase all threats. Remove all obstacles. Fall back and await my orders. Step aside. The mortal plane, a fleeting dream. Detached from the world. The thunder falls silent. Insolent. Absurd. What is the situation? Stay close and you will live. The campaign begins. No salutations needed. Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever. The world remains constant over the centuries. All the world holds dear is but a rainfall alone does not constitute a storm. Oh, dear me. That didn't frighten you, did it? After all, you are in the winter shogun approaches. Clear skies can do nothing to hide the brilliance of lightning. Divine bolts can strike even in the absence of rain. Do you see that tree? Wait, you understand? So, demonstration is not required. Good. Time for dessert. What? Why not? What do you mean entrees come first? They were only indulging me because I am the shogun? Huh. Interesting. Do you wish to know the truth about the shooting stars at night? They are but fleeting moments of luminosity. You used to be one of them? Oh. Are you a Tengu warrior? I command the thunder in all corners of the world to cease. Rest well tonight. Thunders roar and lightnings flash, so ephemeral. This is why reaching eternity is desirable. Actually, no. This is why reaching eternity is necessary. Erosion is a I declare you my chamberlain. In other words, according to my judgment, you— Really? So in all this time, no new electrovisions have appeared in the outside world? Well, what I can say on this topic is— No, I have nothing to share with you at this time. Her body may have perished, but she became the sacred— Ah, that girl. She used to be the kind of person who could easily be Kamisato. One of the most distinct— Kamisato. One of the most distinguished clans in all of Inazuma. Huh? That's exactly what the shogun said? Well, Ayaka's also well versed in the art of the sword. Kamisato. One of the most distinguished clans in all of Inazuma. Despite Ayato's trickery in regard to the Tri-Commission's affair, Kamisato. One of the most distinguished clans and a loyal and righteous subject. Who? Ah, the firework maker. A manufacturer of fleeting illusions, enamored with the realm of fantasy and imagination, but a subject of mine nonetheless. Fireworks were released on Tenryou Commission property? By whom? Her? I can't deny that I am somewhat culpable in the events that— Indeed. It was I who slew He came about as a byproduct of creating the shogun. Perhaps it's because Who? I had an opportunity— Who? I had an opportunity to feast with him once, back when I was just a Kagemusha attending a gathering of the gods. So he's made his choice. Be that as it may, I don't believe his story is anywhere near finished yet. So the animal Archon still goes by that name among mortals these days. Truth be told, from the very first moment I met him, I could somehow sense that we were not going to get along. State your query. To the point. On stormy days, the account given in the book, Treasured Tales, is perhaps my pursuit of eternity is nothing more foolish question. There are only two kinds of things. Those that must be. Don't try and get me to cook. I can take care of anything else, but not that. Oh, don't listen to the Shogun. Desserts. Cavities are no big deal. You can just replace your teeth. Anyway, I just don't see how desserts can pose a serious obstacle to my pursuit of eternity. Foolish question. There are only two kinds of foods. Those that must be consumed, a familiar flavor. Acceptable. Leave it here, and I shall sample it. Consuming this would be physically detrimental. Remove it from my presence. Delicious. I feel much better after that. Thank you. Doesn't look too bad. How did you make it? Allow me to decline. Is today the day of your creation? Return to the city with me. I will read out a speech for you in front of all my attendants. Embarrassing? Understood. Happy birthday. Let's celebrate together and make it a moment to remember for the whole year until your next birthday celebration. At the initial stage of my journey, or shoden, involves learning the 9. At the intermediate stage of my journey, the final stage of my journey, the profoundest of the profound, is the